Hello everyone, and welcome to the penultimate installment of the Character Spotlight series. In today's video, we will be taking a look at the last character made available through the DLC, but there is one extra character that you can access with that DLC. I just need to grind him out so we can get him. But the character we will be highlighting and spotlighting today is none other than Victor Von Doom, Dr. President King of Latveria. Now, before we jump into the breakdown and analysis of his moveset, I do want to briefly remind you that if you are not subscribed to the channel already, please be sure to do so. Only like 5% of the people who are subscribed to my channel actually watch my videos. So if you could subscribe, that would be great. We're coming up on that 100 subscriber milestone, and we can easily hit that within the end of the month. We could actually hit that by the end of the week if enough people hit that subscribe button. So make sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy the content as well. Jumping right into it, Dr. Doom, he is a very fun character to use. I think that he's got some very interesting, unique mechanics that are not available through really any other character that's available in the game, either the base level or the DLC characters that have been added. But a couple of important notes to keep in mind is Dr. Doom is one of the oldest villains in Marvel Comics as a whole. He first appeared in the Fantastic Four number 5, which released in July of 1962, not quite a year after the introduction of the actual Fantastic Four. Of course, his name is Victor Von Doom. He hails from Latveria, and he has a couple of really interesting powers up his sleeve because he's done a lot of things in his life. He has a genius level intellect, has technopathy, which means that he's really good with technology and basically anything that has to do with computers, electronic circuitry, whatever. He also possesses the ability of energy absorption and projection, mind transference, and demonic summoning via dark mysticism and sorcery. So he's dabbled a little bit in the mystic arts to attain some of the feats that he is now known for. That is just the base level Dr. Doom, but when he's in his armor, which is almost constantly, he also possesses superhuman strength and durability, has gauntlet lasers and force blasts, flight via rocket boots, force field generation, and various high-tech weapons and gadgets. He also possesses diplomatic immunity, probably due to the fact of him being the leader of the country of Latveria, which is his own, or country of his own making. But enough about Dr. Doom in his base level comic origin. Let's have a look at what he has access to here in the game. So right off the bat, his first ability that he has access to is Loyal Servant. This is where Dr. Doom will summon Doombots into a location and zap foes with electricity. You can select the area of summoning of the Doombot as you are aiming the startup for this. Now, the Doombot only lasts about 10 or 15 seconds, but this move is integral to all of the other moves that he has to his ability. The first of which is the Unmatched Might, which what this does is it fires a beam in front of him. You can alter the direction and path of this beam, but as an added bonus and for extra damage output, if there are Doombots present when this move is used, they will also fire their laser and they will hone into whatever area you are focusing your attack in. Now, this isn't super great in terms of its damage output, but the fact that it amps up with the inclusion of the summoned Doombot really helps it quite a bit in terms of its usefulness. The third attack, which he has access to, which likewise can be tapped into with those Doombots if they're present, is the Spark of Genius, where firing electricity in charged bullets ahead of Dr. Doom as well as the Doombots if they are present. And this is an attack that you can continue to use if you mash, or not mash, but press and hold that button. The fourth and final attack which he has access to is Supreme Glory, where he will blast stored energy in all directions to attack his surroundings. This same blast will emanate from the Doombots if they are present as well. And it is important to note that at least from the testing that I've done, you can only ever have one Doombot present at a time, but that further amps up your damage output and really, really helps with the overall viability, not viability, but team dynamic of the team that you have put together as well, as it's basically like having a fifth man on the field. Now, in terms of the group that we have put together, it's a little bit different than what we've seen in the last couple of episodes, mainly because he doesn't have all of his synergy criteria met by having the members of the Fantastic Four with him. So we have Star-Lord along for the royalty, we have Loki along for the villain synergy, and then we have the big brains or the genius synergy fulfilled by including Mr. Fantastic in with this crew. But enough talk. Let's go ahead and briefly discuss what we need to do in order to unlock Doctor Doom, and then jump into a level 2 or a 200 enemy style rift to showcase just what Doom is capable of. Now, in order to unlock Doctor Doom, this is achieved pretty simply. All you need to do is open the Shadow of Doom menu from the DLC, and that's available as soon as you have your game updated to the correct version. And from here, all you need to do is play through the story quest or the extra story criteria that's made available at the minimum of the mighty difficulty level. There's 10 different levels that you'll have to go through, and it's at the end that you fight Doctor Doom in an amped up style, though I'm not going to spoil a whole lot more with that if you haven't had a chance to play through this just yet. But upon running this to completion, you will gain Doctor Doom at level 55, which gives him access to all of his moves, and you can rank all his moves up to potency level 4 as well. But it's pretty straightforward in terms of how you unlock him and add him to your roster. But let's actually show you what his playstyle looks like. Alright, so a couple of things that we need to know about Doctor Doom right off the bat is he does have the capability of flight on his double jump, so that offers him some heightened traversal. His falling aerial attack is really quite interesting because it summons a couple of rockets that will auto-home in on enemies on the ground, which is actually something that's really cool and we haven't really seen with any of the other characters. His medium and basic attacks is a 3-hit burst, each of which will stagger out the grunt-type opponents, and as he blasts out 2 energy concussions, he finishes that off with a punch into the ground, which is really kind of cool. His heavy attack is very unique, as he will teleport from wherever he's standing to the nearest enemy, typically in the direction that he's facing, though it does kind of vary as you continue to use that. The last thing that I do want to note about Doctor Doom is similarly to Invisible Woman, when he performs his dodge animation, he warps from one period to another. Now, Invisible Woman will turn invisible and kind of glide around, but Doctor Doom warps from one spot to the next. But let's go ahead and showcase some of his moves. So first we have Loyal Servant. You'll see the reticle that appears on the ground as that Doombot is summoned, and he will hang out there for a little bit and provide some area of effect, but nothing super meaningful in terms of that damage as he is present on the field. Now, what you'll want to do while you have this Doombot present is you'll want to focus on using the other attacks in Doctor Doom's arsenal. So as we have this Doombot here, we'll want to go ahead and showcase the next attack, which is Unmatched Might. And you see here that you can alternate the area of effect and output for that attack, and as you aim it, the Doombot will also pinpoint the area that you are targeting, which really kind of makes this nice. Let's get another Doombot out here and showcase his third attack, which is the Spark of Genius. And as you can see, the Doombot is also firing a couple of laser concussive shots out from the area that he's in. And that last attack, which is the Supreme Glory, is an area of effect explosion, and you'll see that that emanates out from the Doombot as well. So you want to keep those Doombots up as frequently as you can. Now, as we're nearing the end here, let's go ahead and showcase Dr. Doom's extreme attack. It takes place in an area out in front of him, and it's a highly electrically charged attack with a very large circle in terms of the area effect that it has. So omnidirectional and very useful in terms of that attack. But again, the best use that you're going to have for Dr. Doom, I've found, is always having a Doombot present or activating the Loyal Servant attack before activating any of the other attacks in his arsenal, as it will greatly increase his utility and damage output by having that fifth man out on the field. Now, he doesn't run around on his own, but the pure fact that he is present and amps up Doom's damage output is really a cool mechanic that I'm very glad was included. So that is going to do it for today's video, and I hope that you've really enjoyed this series. So again, if you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. The subscription's free and easy. And if you've enjoyed this series as a whole, and this episode in particular, don't be afraid to leave a like and a comment to let me know what you think. We'll be back with another Marvel Ultimate Alliance video on Monday, and that's going to kick off a brand new series that I'm really excited to showcase with this game. But until then, thanks for watching, and you have yourself a fantastic rest of your day.